Morning, y'all. Dave here, Double Hook Angling. How y'all doing today? Well, this morning I've tried to make this video a few times now, but the dogs keep going. But I think I might have got them settled, so we'll see. But what I'm doing is I'm tying up a fly on a jig hook, and I'm doing that because here's my thought. Okay, I've been using these little flies here. Been using these flies right here for bluegill. Well, they sit on top of the water about like yay. And there's been a few times, and I don't know if it's just because the hook's so small. I mean, if you see this jig hook I'm using, it's twice as big. But I want to make a bigger fly, anyways. So, what I got here is I got some wood duck feathers, and I'm going to take this wood duck feather, and I've trimmed out a little piece of it. Get you a piece of it like this, and this is probably 6 or 8 little pieces of that feather. It's kind of hard to see being wood duck, but I'm gonna go down here and see. I'm gonna put my string between my fingers to help lock that tail down in there where I want it. Okay, so get that tail, and I know it's kind of hard to see, guys, but that tail is probably 1/4 inch longer. So get this thread out of my way. Now, basically what I'm tying is like a little drake. This one's going to be more like a drake than the fly I just showed you. But you're going to take that extra you got off that piece that you tied for the feather or the tail, and you're going to wrap that up ever so gently and try not to break any pieces like I just did. Well, let's see if I can grab them 2 pieces of feather. Okay. See, when you're tying small jigs like this, or flies like this, sometimes they just not want to cooperate. So, back to what we were trying to get accomplished here. I think what I did is I hit the tip of my hook, so I broke a little piece of that feather. Now, this probably ain't the proper way to tie this fly, but this is kind of the way this is something I've been working on for the last month, trying to figure out. And I've tied this thing about 35 different ways, and this is the way that I've settled that I like. So, and like I said, it may not be proper, but this is the way I'm doing it. Okay, so tie that off. Okay, now you got the first half of the back done. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same process over again and work my way up. Just use another little piece of that. Now this time I'm going to tie what would have been the tail for the bottom part upwards. And like I said, if you have trouble getting it to lock down, just slide that thread through your fingers. Push a thread back through your fingers like that and pull it back, and it'll get around that little thing. I probably better not try to wrap those without crimping onto them. And just be ever so gently wrapping them up. And you're going to get about halfway up, 2/3 up, and then right here I'm going to tie off those pieces, and I'm just going to let them fly, because those little pieces are going to be legs. Get them to unstick from each other. Did you see that fly just land on my fly? I hate this time of year. Flies are everywhere in your house and you can't get rid of them. We live in Kansas and they just come in the front door. Okay. Now, you got a few pieces sticking out like that. And that's kind of what you want. So I'm actually going to add just a little bit extra. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get from down here where the downy part's at a little bit. And it's going to rip some off. That's probably about enough. When I rip some off, I took that quill, so I just cut it. Ah! Then I dropped half of it. Because my air conditioner kicked on. Okay. And you're just going to you're going to grab that like one time. There we go. See how fuzzy that got? That one's a little long. That one's a little long. Okay. Now, don't try to trim that off. Leave it. I know it looks like crap, but it's there for a purpose. Now, the fun part. I'm going to take this deer hair, and this is just some back or side or whatever. It might be belly, I don't remember. It's been too long since I've gotten it. And take about yay much. Yeah, I said yay much. So like, I don't know, 50 hairs maybe. If you count every single one of those hairs, you're a bigger man than I am. Anyway, do a little tamping, get them hairs lined up, cause a little table earthquake. Now, see, they're all stacked together nice. Now, I want to make this pretty short. I'm going to wrap it gently a couple, 3 times, and then you're going to snug that down. Then, oh, that's what fell my scissors. Take your scissors and cut all this extra off. Then I wrap that down onto that head. Then I try to work back up behind it, which probably not doing this process right. No, I'm not. I grabbed it wrong. See, this is the problem that I've been struggling with, is getting this. Maybe I should tie it from the other direction. Well, it just goes to show you they don't always turn out right, especially when you try to do them on camera. All right, there. Got one extra. All right, now to finish this off, I'm going to use, oh, there it is, little zonker strip, and I'm going to use brown. I'm pull off some of that hair. Then I'm going to restack it. I'm going to turn it, twist it, bring it around. And then I'm going to tie that on there. Or rub that on there. Okay. These little flies, they look super buggy. They are kind of easy to make until you get to that whole deer hair thing. And you know, I think that if you tied that deer hair on forward, it might be a little easier. But everybody's got their own way, and you know, I'm sure somebody out there will tell me I'm doing it wrong. That's okay. We're just here to learn. So I'm gonna wrap that body up. That's too much. Put too much on there. So then tied off, I'm just going to use my little straw here. All right, and that's it. I know it's an ugly little fly, but dude, it's got to work. And now I'm telling you, this thing is untested. I've not tested it, but it looks good. Take a little Velcro and get some of that hair out. All right, well, this kind of my jig, guys. You know, like I said, it's a fly, not a jig, but you know, it'll kind of hard to see its little tail, but there you go. Now, I've tied up a few of these, and every time I do one, they each look different, just a little bit. So here's another one that I tied. And I'm talking about like the coloring, you know, even though it's the same dang color, it's just like each one turns out a little different. So, hey guys, that is my jig without a head fly, whatever you want to call it. Basically, it's just a little wood duck drake, you know, that little green drake, olive drake, whatever you want to call it. But I think it'll work good because it should set in the water at about maybe that angle like that. So, hey guys, I know this is a little longer video, a little bit more complicated to tie this, but you know, I think it looks really good. So, you know, it is what it is. And if it doesn't work, well, then there's some stupid fish. But, you know, I think it looks good. So, hey, you know, these days it's been so hot, we have not been able to get you guys some fishing videos, but we are really going to get out there here before too long. And if we have to, why it's got this heat spell, we'll just keep tying jigs and flies. So when we do hit the lake, we're ready. So, hey guys, I appreciate you being patient with me. Like, subscribe. Remember Thursday nights, Panfish Nation, check them out. You know, you guys have, you've gotten me a little bit more encouraged to tie a bunch of stuff, and I've been playing around again, and you know, I got like that stuff, and there's some of them little bite jigs. This time I did a couple of them little bite jigs on a disco head. So there you go. Then I did some little purple ones. Focus camera. Some little purple jigs. Here's a little, come on camera, there you go, our little purple jigs. And then of course some more little black ones with the green wire. And then now we have some drakes. I'm going to tie up a dozen of these, and I might even throw different colors in on the top. But if somebody's got a better idea of how to do that, you know, let me know. We're all here to learn. So, hey guys, appreciate you watching. Please remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification button so you can see when I pop up. So, hey guys, go tie something.